shit, but, you know, for anybody that doesn't know, Loretta's is coming up soon. So I'm sure that there will be some news that'll come out of there, whether it has to do with...
So Hymus will win the A classes, and Deegan wins the B classes?
I mean, I don't really see it going any other way, barring anything crazy.
Deegan do that? He's
well, I mean, who's gonna...
Nobody.
Well, that might not be totally true.
I wasn't even planning about talking about Loretta's, but here we are. Go
yeah,
ahead.
that might not even be totally true. Evan Ferry, I watched a video of him riding at Dade City, and I should call it Dade Shitty, because if anybody that knows back in the day will know what I'm talking about. God, he looks good on that Sheriff Yamaha.
Here's my question. Where the fuck was he for the Combine?
He's been hurt, dude. He's been hurt. And he also finalized the Sheriff Yamaha deal. I mean, we got to remember, Evan Ferry was the only one pretty much throughout this whole Deegan hype that was actually the only one to actually beat him consistently in the B class, and now he's healthy again because everybody's freaking out. They're like, man, he was shitty at the qualifiers. Well, apparently he's been dealing with a lot of injuries since, like, Mini-O's last year, and he is basically, they went in there and they're going, let's just make it through regionals.
Yeah.
And then he transferred, obviously, from Rockstar Husky to Sheriff Yamaha. So I wouldn't be so sure on that. I know that Deegan's the favorite because he's had all this time, you know, where he's been 100%, been down at the goat farm.
Yeah.
But if Evan Ferry's healthy, he's the one dude that I would say he's going to give Deegan fits. It just depends on if he's 100%. So
You think we're going to see him at the Indiana Combine?
I think it all depends on what happens at Loretta's. I think if he goes down at Loretta's and he doesn't get hurt and he beats Deegan straight up, probably, because he'll probably go there with the intention in mind that, like, hey, now I'm going to beat you at a national, too. Because anybody that doesn't know this, Evan Ferry and Haiden Deegan do not like each other. They don't like each other, which is kind of cool because if they continue this trajectory where they go tit for tat, this is kind of going to be like an actual like rivalry going into the pros.
Yeah.
And we haven't really had this since the Michael Lessie art. Not that I'm comparing the two.
The funny thing is, too, is that they're polar opposites. So you have Deegan, who is the total social media, we'll call it prince.
Darling, yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Coming into this, okay? He's new school. He is taking what life gives them and the opportunities.
And then you look at Brian and what Brian's done for the sport. It's not motocross, but dirt bikes.
Yep. And then you have Evan Ferry, who's very old school, and he wants his results to do the talking.
Yep. And his dad, obviously, it helps. His dad's one of the best of all time.
But let me just point this out here. What's super funny? Look where Deegan's riding. Look where Red Dog's riding.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Which proves my point that the social media thing is fucking real.
But the one thing you got to remember with why Evan Ferry is riding where he is because they own that track.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not. I'm not saying like actual riding. I'm talking what bike he's on.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he was on a factory bike.
He can say whatever the fuck he wants. Mm-hmm. They went to Star.
Yeah.
And tried to get a ride.
Well,
and Star told him no.
Yeah, I think that there's more to the reason why they said no. I don't think the reasoning why they said no had anything to do with his results. I think that is because there is an actual legitimate dislike between him and Deegan.
This just proves my point more. I mean, they're like, look at this cash cow we got over here in Deegan, and then look at you. Like, yeah, okay, you're putting in some results, and you're fast, and you're gonna be like he's gonna be good. I'm not gonna.
Oh, Evan Ferry's gonna be really.
He's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Better than his dad? Oh, well, that's yet to be seen.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
That's pretty hard. Yep.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, cool. Like, when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of things, this is exactly what I said was going to happen. It's going to transition to people with the social media following, which is what Deegans have, and they're the ones who now have the ride. I mean, dude, fucking little Red Dog couldn't even get Rockstar Husky to give him a pro deal. That's why he left. And again, they can say whatever the fuck they want to try to spin that, but it's.
I think they left because there was a lot of shit.
Oh, that's rain.
Wow,
that's a lot of rain.
Yeah, that's a lot of rain. That's a lot of rain. I don't know if you guys hear that. That is.
I'm sure they hear that.
That is legitimately a lot of rain. Holy moly! Sorry, guys. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know what team Evan Ferry will end up being on because obviously Sheriff Yamaha is only an amateur deal.
Yeah.
It's like a satellite factory Yamaha team. It's still a legit team. Probably, if he decides to stay with Yamaha. Like, I'm going to assume that with what's going on with Club, he'll probably end up with Club after that. Mm-hmm. Because that's the Sheriff Yamaha team's also the same team that I think Gavin Towers is also on that team. it's an interesting thing.
That's getting hard.
Holy crap. So yeah, but anyways, sorry, that was a little bit, went off on a tangent there with that, but
Wow.
that's a lot of rain.
That's like